Let's cover the Oakland County Probate Court, an overview to provide you with practical information when you need to go there. The Oakland County Probate Court can be found at 1200 Telegraph Road in Pontiac, Michigan. Of course, in Oakland County. It's really easy to find because the building has the numbers 1200 representing its address prominently displayed at the top of the building. Using your mapping features on your web or through your computer navigation system will take you right there. Parking at the probate court is the same building as the parking at the circuit court. There are two entrances, the north and south side, upon which you can enter the building, and parking is generally widely available. During motion days, sometimes it gets busy and the parking lot can be quite full. So leave yourself a lot of time for a variety of reasons. One, because if you're unfamiliar with the building itself, it is a bit complicated and confusing for first-timers. You may also not know where your courtroom is, and of course, you have to go through security. Now, the Oakland County Probate Court has extensive security that you have to go through before you can enter into the building. So be prepared to go through airport-style security, and anything that could pose a threat or harm is going to be barred from entering the building. This can be really frustrating if you've waited in line, walked all the way from your car on a cold, snowy day, only to be turned back to your car to put the prohibited items back away. So look at the list, look through your purse, make sure you've got nothing of that could be construed as a weapon or concerning to the court personnel, and return it to the court before entering the building. You may find yourself in the Oakland County Probate Court and be wondering, why are you there? And what is the difference between a probate court and a circuit court or other courts? Well, to understand the answer to that question, you really have to have a better, clear understanding of the difference between venue and jurisdiction. Venue is the particular court upon which your matter is proceeding, the county, for example, and jurisdiction is the type of court upon which the matter may be proceeding. Let's dig a little deeper and give some basic examples of these concepts. The Oakland County Probate Court would be the appropriate venue and jurisdiction for a deceased probate estate. This is the orderly administration of the financial affairs of somebody that has died, taking their assets and liabilities through the probate process. In addition, trusts may also be involved with the probate court. Trusts in general are used to avoid probate, but there are times and there are certain types of trusts in which the probate court may be involved, especially trusts that require court supervision or because of a dispute within the trust or the interpretation or creation of the trust forces you to the court for the court to make a ruling. Guardianships are also the exclusive jurisdiction for the creation and administration within the probate court. You would file in the Oakland County Probate Court for guardianship based on the domicile residency of the individual upon which you're seeking protection. That individual could be an adult or a minor. In addition, conservatorships are also within the jurisdiction of the probate court. Again, based on where that person is residing would dictate which county you'd file in. But different from a guardianship in which you're addressing care and well-being, in a conservatorship, you're addressing financial issues. Again, for an adult or a minor. The Oakland County Probate Court has 4 experienced judges sitting on the bench. Chief Judge Kathleen A. Ryan has been on the bench since 2010 and is a graduate of Notre Dame University. Chief Judge Pro Tem Linda S. Hallmark was appointed by the governor in 1997 to serve as an Oakland County Probate Court judge. Judge Jennifer S. Callahan has been on the bench since November of 2016, a graduate of Wayne State University Law School. And Judge Daniel A. O'Brien was elected to the Oakland County Probate Court in November of 2008, a University of Detroit School of Law graduate. We're really fortunate to have these judges serving our community. Many of the things that you may need to do with the Oakland County Probate Court may be accessible through their online portal. You may be needing to look up a case number, a date of a hearing, or general information about filing fees. To do so, you go to oakgov.com and access the online portal. It's a little clunky. It's not simple. However, I've tried in this video to take you step by step through the steps to gain access to a particular case. So first, in your URL, make sure you go to oakgov.com and click that you agree to the terms and conditions relating to the use of the court system. The next thing you can use is the Court Explorer to help you identify a case number and to dig in and look at the particular docket entries that may have been reflected within the probate court file. The court has one of those silly "I'm not a robot" systems to ensure that bots are not accessing the information. From here, again, you can click the Terms of Service button and indicate and promise that you're not a robot. And then type in the individual's name upon which you're searching. Now, this search feature is pretty powerful. It allows you to search both the individual upon which the estate is concerning, as well as the interested parties that may be referenced within the estate. From here, it will identify any of the names that come up under that search. So for example, here I searched for John Doe and the case number is identified. Now I can click that link where the case number is, and it would then provide me with relevant information about the docket. Again, it's no substitute for leafing through the court file or the power that exists within the computers that are at the probate court, but it's a good starting point, especially if you're looking for hearing dates as well as case numbers. Now, of course, the probate court has all sorts of filing fees, and it's confusing often for people to understand which fee applies to which. I've highlighted the most common fees, which are typically $175 to commence the various estates, guardianship, conservatorship, deceased estates. Now, there are other fees that are associated with these, including the letters of authority, publication, accountings that may be due, but these are the basics. And the website itself has this information, and as those change, they update them through the web portal. The Oakland County Probate Court is really a busy court system. Let's look at the 2019 statistics to understand how busy the court is. In 2019, the court disposed of 2,179 estates. This is beginning new filings and reopenings, as well as other matters within probate estates. For guardianships, the court handled 1,454 adult guardianships, and for minors, 419. And for conservatorships, 401 adult conservatorships and 103 minor conservatorships. That's a lot of files. Now, at the lower section of this statistics sheet, it shows how many files are currently in the system. Because remember, when you're going through probate, the files may be open, but that doesn't mean it's closed. So some of these files go on year to year. So the total active files at the courthouse as of December 31st of 2019 is 5,556. That's a lot of value. And below it, it breaks it up based on guardianship and conservatorships. So understand that your file is very important, but it may be one file among many when you go to court. The court is busy, so plan and understand that the court is not just simply looking at your one file. They're managing many, many files within the court docket. If you find yourself at the Oakland County Probate Court, or for that matter, any probate court, it's really critical to work with a skilled, competent, experienced probate and trust practitioner. A lawyer who understands the language that's being spoken at the probate court, understands the statutes, the court rules, that particular court's local rules, and knows how to navigate through the system. We see people all the time who struggle to accomplish some very basic goals because they don't have an attorney helping them through the process. If you have questions relating to a probate issue, give us a call at 833-PROBATE. You can visit us at theprobatepro.com or watch other YouTube videos in which I explain various aspects of the probate and trust process.